Hey, what's going on, guys? Today, let's take a look at some more Converge stuff here with Gundam Converge Series number 8. So this is a box of 10 individual Converge figures. As you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different figures in this set, so there will be a couple of doubles. I haven't peeked inside yet, so I don't know what those are going to be, but I assume maybe doubles of the RX-78, the God Gundam or Burning Gundam, and then the Unicorn Gundam probably, and then one of each of those in the back. The two different variations of the Zeta Plus, and then two different variations of the Gelgoog. That's just what I'm guessing, but we'll see when we open the box. This is obviously just like a display box. It's not really meant to be like bought like this, but if you're buying from a site like HobbyLink Japan or AmiAmi, which sells them in a box like this, I buy mine from HobbyLink Japan. You can't buy them individually, you have to buy them in a set, which I don't particularly mind, and as I usually mention when I talk about these sets is that maybe if you don't want to buy all of them, or if you find it a little bit too expensive to buy the whole set, just try to find a friend who maybe wants to go in with you to split it 50-50 and then just split the figures once you get them is what I would recommend, because they're really cool. And like I said, if you want to buy them individually, I find they're really ridiculously overpriced usually if you buy them individually. They usually should be around $5 each. If you're paying much more than that, $7, $8, $9, $10 for them, that's going to be a little bit overpriced. So let's just get this open and see what we've got in here. Alrighty, and it looks like I was exactly right. So we can see two God Gundams, the two different variations of the Zeta Plus A1 and the Zeta Plus C1, the Gelgoog, the standard Gelgoog, and the Chars Gelgoog, and then two Unicorns and two RX-78-2 Gundams. So let's get these out. Obviously, this is, I'm pretty sure, not the first time we've got a Converge Unicorn, and I'm sure it's not the first time we've got a Converge RX-78-2 Gundam, so this is going to be new versions of those. Let's go in numerical order, I suppose. Let's start with the Gundam first. So you can see on the front of the box, just a nice image of that. On the top, what we saw just in the box. On this side, nothing special. On this side, nothing special. On the bottom, nothing special. But on the back of the box, you can see just some more information about the Gundam, technical specs and information. This is including the bazooka, which is cool. I think the previous versions didn't include a bazooka, so that might be what's different about this one. So I think you have an option, bazooka or the beam rifle, so that'll be cool. And then there is the other figures in this series. They're listed, and there's usually a secret version in every series. I'm not sure what it would be for this one. It might be a different like color variant, like a prototype Gundam, or like a G3 version of this or something like that. But each kit is also going to include, or each figure is also going to include a piece of gum, of course. And then opening this up, and I can see this one does come with the bazooka. So it looks like it's either or. Some will come with the bazooka. Oh no, there's the beam rifle. So no, it does have the beam bazooka and the beam rifle. So you will have that option. Hopefully the beam rifle will be able to attach onto the back skirt. It looks like maybe it will. So hopefully that will, or at least the bazooka will attach onto the back skirt. Let's get this open and find out. Alrighty, so here we are, and yeah, unfortunately it seems there is no tab for connecting the beam rifle into the back skirt, but you can attach the bazooka there, so that's pretty nice. So I don't know if I'll end up just keeping one like this, or end up opening the second one as well, and keeping that, and having one holding the bazooka and then one holding the beam rifle. Probably not, I'll probably just stick with this. Usually what I end up doing when I buy these boxes and I have doubles, is that I keep the doubles and send them to Patreon patrons, so that's where those usually end up going. So another option that you can do with this is attach the shield onto the backpack. So you can see there's a hole there in the center of the backpack. That's for attaching the shield there if you like. So overall, a lot of really nice design. Again, like usual with these, it's going to look a lot better if you give this a nice coat of gloss top coat. Go in there, do some panel lining, add a couple of decals, and then matte coat it again, and they look a lot nicer. So we'll definitely do that with this one. I gotta say, the angle of the legs, this one is like really far forward. I hadn't really noticed that before. It seems especially extreme on this one. Also, that blue is a little bit dark for my liking, and for the Gundam I don't usually like that dark of blue. So I might see about repainting that, but probably not. I think it'll probably be okay, especially with the matte coat that I usually like to use. It tends to dull colors a little bit, so once that's a little bit dulled, I think it'll probably be okay. Next up is the Unicorn Gundam in Destroy mode here, number 163 in the line, and again, just going around to the back, same kind of stuff, technical specs and some information about the Gundam, and then otherwise just showing the other figures in the line. So this one as well looks like we have an option of either the holding the beam magnum and then the bazooka on the backpack, or holding the bazooka. But again, it seems like probably not going to be anywhere to store the beam magnum if it's not handheld. So take that out, take out our gum, and here's all that. It's pretty much exactly the same as the Gundam. Looks like we've got the base there with the beam magnum, bazooka, the shield, the V-fin, and then the main body. So let me get this put together. Alright, here he is. And yeah, just like with the Gundam, the beam magnum unfortunately has no peg or anything to plug this onto the back. So I just got the hyper bazooka on there. But as much as I kind of wish that it did, I'm kind of glad that it doesn't, because having an extra peg on there, if you want to have the beam magnum held in the hand, just having a peg just standing up there just kind of takes away from the look, I think. So it's probably better that it's just there. It's not there if you don't really want it. But I gotta say, pre-painting on this, again, really nice. All the little bits of psycho frame that you're seeing around on there is all pre-painted in a nice metallic silver color. And then the other silver stuff it's kind of seems slightly gunmetal gray there for the hyper bazooka, little bits of gray on the mobile suit, and then the beam magnum as well. One thing I will say, again, I like about these newer Converge series is this black base that they all come with. Older ones, I think before this is series 8, so maybe series 6 and 7, I think maybe also included these, but before that, they didn't have these, so great addition to the line, definitely makes these even more worth it. Up next is Chars Gelgoog, and not really sure if this is going to have any difference from the regular Gelgoog aside from just the commander antenna on the top of the head. Don't think they're coming with any different weapons or anything, they're just coming with the standard Gelgoog beam rifle there. It looks like it would have been cool if maybe the Chars custom version would have come with the beam sword weapon that it has. I think it's beam naginata, I believe. It would have been cool if this version came with that. As far as I know, it doesn't, and I think it would show it on the outside of the box if it did. So get this out, get the gum out, and boom, yep, there it is. No naginata, unfortunately, but there's just, it looks like a really nice color though, I gotta say. So that's nice. All right, let's get this guy put together. And all together, here he is. You can see the shield there. You can actually plug the shield onto the back as well. There's a connection there in the back where you can plug the shield on there if you like. So maybe for the regular version, I'll just plug the shield onto the back just so there's a little bit more difference between them. And then the rifle, again, would have been cool if maybe for the standard version, if the rifle was the kind that had the grenade launcher on it as well, and then for the Chars version, just the regular beam rifle. A couple of little gripes though about this. The little circle is pre-printed on the front there is a little bit off center, so that's a little bit disappointing. The head is also molded a little bit to the side, and some of them you can turn the head, but this one it seems like maybe not. Oh, you can turn the mono eye though. So if you take off the top of the head there, you can see you can turn the mono eye there by just turning that part on the inside. That's cool, but the neck itself doesn't really want to seem to rotate, and mine's a little bit off center, so I will have to try to maybe see what I can do about that. Also, one thing that I noticed is with the Unicorn Gundam as well, the RX-78-2 was fine with the Unicorn Gundam, and with this one, the other side, this foot is plugged into the base. This side, though, is floating because it's a little bit not correct there. So we'll have to try to maybe heat this to get it to stand properly, to sort of bend it into shape so that both feet are actually touching the ground. And then next we have the standard version. Again, nothing really going to be different about this except for just the standard head as far as I know. So let's pop it open and find out. And yep, that seems to be the case. There's mobile suit, shield, rifle, and base, and that's it. And gotta say though, it is looking pretty awesome. Here you can see for this one I did, again, put the shield on the back just for a little bit different change of pace, but all the detail on there, the one thing that I really love about these is just all this nice little detail. Panelining these up definitely makes these look so much better. And this detail looks really, really inspired by the detail on the Master Grade 2.0 kit. It looks very similar to that, I gotta say. So number 166 here is the Zeta Plus A1. So this is going to have the standard beam rifle and a shield, whereas the other version has the smart gun. So let's see here, and we'll see if there's anything else different about these other than that. Again, just information there on the back, and just that's all really for the box. But let's get this open up, gum out. You can see there's the mobile suit looking very nice, and then that yellowish orange stripe there on the stabilizer on the back looks really nice there as well. So let me get this guy put together. And all together, here he is. And I gotta say, I'm not like crazy about the design of the Zeta Plus, but this probably is gonna be my favorite of this set. This looks really, really good. Again, love that bright blue, love that bright orange on there for this color accents. It could just be just because I'm a big fan of just like gray color schemes like this, but this is looking really, really nice, so really happy with this one for sure. I also just really like how that clear blue part there for the eyes shines really nicely. It looks really cool. And then again, for the Zeta Plus C1 number 167 here, instead of the regular rifle and the shield, this one comes with the smart gun, so that is going to be very nice. The back looks pretty much exactly the same there. Probably a little bit different information, but it's all in Japanese. So open it up, out the gum, and yeah, pretty much all the same with the addition. This also has the addition of the little tanks there on the sides of the fins, so that's cool too. Woo! There we go. And not only does it have the addition of those fuel tanks there on the side of the wings, very cool, but also has these extra thrusters there on the inside of the backpack. So just to compare with the Zeta Plus A1 and C1 there, so much cooler there in the backpack. Still looking very cool all around the front, as the main Gundam is exactly the same. And then we have this extra long, extra big, extra cool looking smart gun there as well. Really like that. And then last but certainly not least, here is the God Gundam. So we have this just really nice looking photo there on the front. Same kind of information there on the back. This one obviously not going to be coming with any particular weapons. It would be cool if it did come with open, bright orange glowing hands, although I don't think that it does. Now, one interesting thing about this one as well is that there's the P Bandai version is actually in gold. It's the hyper mode version. But seeing as how that gold hyper mode version costs like $30 or whatever, how much it costs, and I have two of these, I think what I might end up doing with this is painting one of mine in gold, and it won't be exactly the same because the hyper mode one does have the backpack that's opened up, and then that might come with an open hand as well. I'm not sure, I'd have to look again at the photos of it, but I think at least since I have two of them, I might as well just paint one gold and then I can have it in hyper mode, and that'd be pretty cool. In the upcoming set, I think it'd be either set 8 or set 9 or set 10. One of the upcoming sets is going to have the Master Gundam in regular and in gold, both together in the same set. So it would be nice to have the one God Gundam in just regular and one in hyper mode as well. So really nice on this one as well. I like this quite a bit. I'm a big fan of G Gundam personally. It would be cool to see them go ahead and make like some other Converge figures of a few of the others, like the Bolt Gundam or the Dragon Gundam, Maxter. I'm not really that big of a fan of the Maxter, actually, to be honest, but it would be nice just to see some more G Gundam love for something other than the Burning Gundam for once. I just wanted to test to see if you could open this up, and I can see you can just remove this chest part, so I would suppose the P Bandai version probably has a different chest part that you can plug in, where this part is actually opened up and showing that kind of green core there in the center. So this version doesn't have that. Would have been cool if this does, but again, if the P Bandai version includes that is what I would probably assume. So that's going to be it for set 8. Another fantastic set of these guys. Really enjoy them a lot, and actually at the moment of filming this, set 10 was just recently announced, and I believe is still available for pre-order on HobbyLink Japan, so I would go over there and pre-order that if you're interested. They usually tend to go order stop pretty quickly, so I would go over there right away if I was you. Some really cool figures coming out in set 10 as well, so I'm really looking forward to that. So anyway, that's it for this set. Thank you guys as always for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.
Thanks for watching. See you next time.